Hey, Queen. I'm Vieira Miles, and this is the Holistic Sister Circle podcast, a show where we hear the stories of soulful women all over the world dedicated to sharing insight into why holistic health is the future and what women should do today to ensure they have the necessary tools and resources to bring out their inner royal roots, assess their body, and remedy any illness from the comfort of their home. Y'all, we are setting the royal record straight, okay? If you'd like to connect with us further, you can follow us at The Holistic Sister Circle on Instagram and join the Holistic Sister Circle Facebook group for live interviews, collaborative Q&A, and exclusive training on how to build your wellness dream team. Now, let's dive into this week's episode. See you on the other side. Welcome to another episode of The Holistic Sister Circle. Today we have Alida here with us, and Ayamama was created by Alida to provide a range of healing treatments like bio-magnetic pair therapy, family constellations, past life regression, and energy kinesiology. These services are offered in person, but also in online sessions. Ayamama also offers a product line of natural plant remedies that are connected to her plant medicine organization in Peru. Alida was born into a long family lineage of herbalists and spiritual healers in Peru. She is certified in bio-magnetism.
Magnetism.
Oh my goodness, that was a tongue twister. Bio-magnetism, family constellations, quantum healing technique, past life regression, level 2, and touch for health, energy kinesiology. Guided by her own intuitions and ancestral tradition, she combines modern knowledge and techniques with ancient wisdom and practices to provide a unique space for discovering the true roots of an affliction and the path forward to the pulling of those roots and the resolution of the afflictions. Alida, we're so excited to have you. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I think that we click the first time that we talk, and I'm very glad that you are allowing me to have this space so I can show what I do.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you just for having the courage to put it out there. And I think, with a lot of the work that you do, a lot of people don't even know a lot of the things I mentioned. They don't have no idea what those things are. So for us to just get started, I would love for you to just share a little bit about what is ancestral. Yeah, what when we talk about just ancestral healing and how we put on these practices and these modalities, can you talk a little bit more about how you got involved in this space and why you believe it's important for families to go through this and really learn their lineage?
First, we're going to talk out of the modalities that you mentioned. I'm going to talk about family constellations. That's the modality that is connected to ancestral healing. And what happens is, like, we all in the world, we have something that is in common. We all have a mother and a father. Even if I didn't meet them, we all have a mother and a father. And somehow, there are systemic connections with all my lineage, even if I haven't met my great-grandparents. But I have some part of their DNA in me. And when there are imbalances in a family system, there's no order. We don't talk to someone, or someone die very early. And early, I'm saying 30 years or younger than 30 years. They went to war. When there are these imbalances in the family and traumatic events, sometimes that traumatic event is skip a few generations. They say usually 2 generations, and then they show a symptom in the 3rd or 4th generation. And then you don't know the connection. So I don't know why I'm not fertile. I don't know why I cannot find a man that is not married. I don't know why I cannot find my path, my career, or why I always get into a divorce. So all the things are connected. In this every single thing, there is a statement that I love that they say, we are not doing anything new. We are just repeating some patterns. But that doesn't mean that that's bad, because if I'm a millionaire, I'm going to say, wow, I want to repeat that pattern again, right? So everything cannot be bad, but you have to find the connections of what is the present blockage that I'm having right now, and who or what am I connecting to? And that's what we do with family constellations. You do experiential dynamics or exercises, because everything, every single story in your family system is living in you, within you right now.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that. And now that we know a little bit more about family constellations and how it actually relates to our lives, our heritage, our lineage, we're going to do a little demonstration. This will be really interesting. And I'm going to let you lead it, but just let me know, as far as this, what, I guess, do I need to tell you what area of topic we should go into? Are you going to just pull it out of me?
Yeah,
I'll let you decide.
There are these, when I see someone for the first time, when you see a person, or even if you talk to me, or if I talk to you and I ask you, where do you feel stuck, or what are the main issues in your life right now? We have that story, right? Some people, they come and they tell me like this, and they know exactly, because we create the story. But the beginning of that story is usually in one or two things. And that's what I'm going to do today. It's going to be very simple. But the most important part in this exercise, because I told you everything is in your body. You don't, whatever I'm going to ask you to do, you do not connect with the emotion. You are only going to connect with your physical reactions. Okay? So
Okay.
may I start?
Yes.
So you can close your eyes for a little
Okay.
bit.
Okay.
And you can inhale and you can exhale. And I'm always say that I am very grateful for have this opportunity. And I hope that you find the answers of what you need at this moment. I want you to feel your body. I want you to pay attention to the temperature in your body. We're going to start scanning your physical sensations. The temperature in your body, I want you to start feeling your shoulders and your upper back, if they are tense or if they are relaxed. I want you to feel the area in your solar plexus, in between your ribs, if it's relaxed or if you're feeling something there. I want you to feel your feet and your legs, if you feel that they are strong while you are sitting there. So now, I want you to imagine behind your left shoulder, I want you to imagine behind your left shoulder an energy. Any type of energy that you can visualize or that you can see. It could be any color, any size, any type of energy that you can imagine. Is standing or sitting or right there, you can visualize it behind your left shoulder. And now, on behind your right shoulder, you see another type of energy. Again, it could be any color, any size. And it's right behind your right shoulder. So you have two energies behind you. So I'm going to ask you, the energy on your left side, is it taller or smaller than you?
Color.
What color is it?
I have two colors, yellow and black.
Okay. Is this taller than you or is shorter than you?
I'm not sure.
Okay. And now, what about the right energy, the one on the right side? Is it taller or shorter than you?
Taller.
Mhm. Now, if you make yourself very aware of the left energy on your left side, do you feel comfortable or uncomfortable?
Smaller.
Does it make you feel that you want to get closer to that energy or you don't welcome that energy? The one on
It's
the left side.
it's uneasy.
It's
So it's a little
easy.
it's uneasy. So it's like a little bit of both. It's like like a teeter-totter.
And do you feel warmer or cooler when you make yourself aware of that left energy behind you?
Warmer.
When now we're going to move to the right energy. Do you feel that you would like to get closer to that energy or not really?
Yeah. Yes, it's calm.
Okay. I want you to listen something. I'm going to tell you something, and I just want you to stay there and listen to me. The left energy, that it was uneasy, that you weren't sure about it, the left one is your mother. Is the energy of your mother. And your mother is going to tell you something. You are my dear daughter. You only receive from me. You are only my daughter. When she said that to you, what physical sensations are you having?
Warm vibrations in the stomach, the womb.
So can you say something to your mom? Mom?
Mom, what do you mean?
No. You are going to repeat with me.
Oh, okay.
Mom,
Mom,
I'm only your daughter.
I'm only your daughter.
And I know
And I know
that you did the best that you could.
that you did the best that you could.
And that is enough.
And that is enough.
Now, when you are ready, you can open your eyes. How is your body feeling? Your physical sensations?
I feel a little calmer, almost like I have to go to the bathroom.
But there is something from this dynamic. We didn't do your dad because you saw him taller. But do you see
Oh,
from this how is the dynamic? That this is not a relationship, okay? This is the bond. The bond is this invisible energy that we're going to have with our parents, with our kids, with our ex-partners, with everyone who was before us, that they came before us. But you said something, right, in your bond. I'm uneasy. Her energy was smaller. And when I asked you something, you said, like, I'm not sure. But with your dad, I'm calm. He's taller. When I said, would you like to go get closer? And you said, like, yeah, I will get closer. But something else. When you try, and actually this is the way that it happened to me the first time that I did this dynamic with my mother. I always saw my mother very little in general. Why? Because I will know better. My dad always said, like, we know better than your mother, right? So what I was trying to do is like your mother telling you, look, you are only my daughter. And if you are only my daughter, I know better than you because I'm older, but I'm your mother and I'm taller than you because that's what happens. No matter what was the story with our parents, they are older than us, they are taller than us. We are smaller than them, not in the sense that of denigration or that I am little, I have less rights. It's just in the type of energy. If they created me, I came from them, they had to be bigger than me, right? But then when she told you that, and I said, like, let's see what you will say to your mom, right? But I will suggest the healing statements because that's what we do in family constellations. You shift the energy with the healing statements that stayed in the field, on the family field. and the first thing that you say is like, "Mom, what are you trying to say?" Right? Like, you are not communicating properly, Mom. You are not, I cannot understand you. Do you see?
Right.
So then I say like, "Oh, wait. I'm going to say." So we have these different ways, and in the projection of the mother, your mother is that's what I told you. Like the parents, the mother is the beginning of everything. You start everything with your mother. She gave birth to you. She gave you the chance to be alive. But the mother energy projects in you, in your life, in your career, and how much money, the quantity of money that you make. That's the energy of your mother. Your partner, also very connected to your mother. So and I understand that there are relationships of mothers that they are abusive, like very something that is not okay. But this is not a relationship, so I'm not going to ask you to go and hug your mother and call her every single day. It's just to acknowledge in a subconscious level that this is my mother and I don't have any other mother, because that's true. And to create that order. Usually, now in this dynamic, I put your mother behind you. But usually, what happens is like when our mother, her energy is smaller than me, and I do different dynamics with peg dolls, like with these little guys that they look very cute, but they represent different things that I know and my client doesn't know. Usually, the mother is in front of the daughter. And who was first, my mother or me? My mother. She needs to go behind me so I can be stronger. Or the father, right?
Right. So in this case, how is that play out with the dolls? Like in my situation.
So I think that in your situation, it would have been like this. Do you see this doll is bigger, right?
Right.
And this doll is smaller.
Right.
That was the relation, the bond that you were having with your mom. She's smaller and you are bigger. So if you need to receive different things from your mother, how are you going to receive something from someone that is so tiny?
Why I can't.
Because but that's the or it's a generational pattern, or it's a family dynamic, because like me, my family dynamic, that my father was saying always like bad things sometimes about my mom and I believe them, or maybe there was a great grandmother that did something bad, so mothers, they don't do the right thing, there must be another connections. Sometimes I use my tarot cards to see. Yesterday, for example, I saw a client and the husband is cheating on her. But when I pulled that, I used the same different decks. She was representing to the mother of the husband, but also to her own mother, because they both, the two mothers, the mother-in-law and the mother of my client, they both had their husband cheating on them. So she was repeating the pattern.
Oh. Wow.
You also repeat the pattern. How am I going to know if I repeat a pattern? If I carry the same name, even if I don't have the same name and someone calls me, oh, you look exactly like your Aunt Annie. So now we're going to call you Annie. When you repeat that, they make you repeat the same patterns. Or when I'm a lawyer, my father was a lawyer. Well, my father was a lawyer because he just passed, but I'm repeating him. I'm duplicating. So there are different ways that you can see. And when I see a client, it's when I start asking them questions, they will start saying things. And also, of course, they need to fill out an intake form. And I need to also see the months that they were born. That gives you another insight, because you separate the year, the 12 months, in 3 sections. And usually one section is more connected, the life of these members, than with the other line.
Wow. This is really interesting. So then, like, once you identify that, what happens next?
I identify and I do what I did with you.
Mm-hmm.
I see and I put some healing statements. And I know that the healing statement is working because the person will say, I'm more calm. I feel my shoulders feel that they drop. I feel that I can breathe better. That's what I assess. I check and scan your body before we start because there is going to be a shift. So basically, it's true when they say about the family tree, but they have the
Mm-hmm.
same roots. So everything is connected. So if I water one root of that tree, everyone is gonna get the benefit of the water, right? So that's what we
Right.
do with the healing statements, the healing sentences, because you leave them in the field because that was the main issue in that family system. Abuse, I don't know, violence, whatever it was. So you put the healing statements and then you release. And you are releasing not only for me in this generation, I'm releasing for the past too, because that's where it started. It didn't start with me.
Yeah.
And so you have a resolution. You see, oh, I had this dynamic with my great grandmother. Okay, now I'm do these healing statements, right? But the most important part to create balance in a family system is when you are sure that you know that there's no secrets.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know why, but they like secrets. At least, like in our grandparents generation, I think that they love secrets. Well, that there's no secrets, but also that it's open to talk about anyone in the family system. So you don't talk about your uncle George because he was mean, he was bad, he left. Those things exclude or miscarriages and abortions. That's something that I don't know why. It's not that you have to be talking about a miscarriage or an abortion all the time, but if I had a miscarriage or if I had an abortion and now I have another child or two more kids, well, I had three. I don't have only two. So everyone needs to be included because the person that is not included, even if they had the baby for 1 month, is going to create symptoms in the future, 2, 3 generations after that happened.
Wow.
And it's and once you see it with the chart when we do a session, it's so obvious that the person said like this, oh, and you see it. And I say like, do you see how we are repeating the same? She's like, or the person is saying, yes, yes, I see. And you can do this therapy one-on-one, or you can do it in a circle. And what happened in the circle is both are beautiful, but in the circle, no one knows the life of any other person. And if you come, I write down a note for you that you are sitting next to me, and I say like, in this circle, bring someone to be your mother. The person is going to stand in the circle and is going to start acting like your mother without knowing your mother because it's in your field.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to say, bring someone to be you. And then we are going to see the hidden dynamic.
Mm.
Do you see?
Yeah. This is really interesting. Well, Alida, this has been amazing. If
Thank you.
anyone was looking to just connect with you further, like what does that process look like?
Usually have my website that is ayamama.org. I just want to say that I just released my podcast on Spotify. That is Ancestral Healing with Alida. So they just go to my website, they send me an email, and then I contact them because I want to send that intake form before my session because I can get ready.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time. This has been amazing. And we'll make sure that we continue to share your podcast as well. Can't wait to hear just more from you and what you're doing. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Queen, thank you so much for tuning in. It truly warms our heart that you're taking the time out of your day to connect with us. If you'd like to connect with our guests further, you can find their information located in the description section of this episode. And if you found this episode helpful, share with another queen. And don't forget to connect with the Holistic Sister Circle on Instagram and Facebook. And until next week, stay blessed. Mwah.